Good morning, Record Jeffrey Valley, 45367. Hearing on behalf of Tonkowski. Sir, could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Good morning.
Your Honor, today's date time set for arraignment in this matter. We waived former proceedings. Also had a chance to pre-try this case. You have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval. In that agreement, Mr. Tonkowski will be pleaded guilty to an addict. Visibly impaired, understanding including charge would be dismissed.
Thank you. Sir, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowdish today? You understand your, those options you're presented with?
Yes.
You understand the possible penalty for the charge?
Yes.
And how do you wish to plead?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today? Mr. Bowdish, would you voir dire?
Yes.
Morning, Mr. Kaplan.
What are your asking?
Offense date was October 11 this year.
Mr. Markowski, on October 11th of this year, were you driving, sir?
I was.
Were you driving in van here in town?
Yeah.
Had you been drinking?
Earlier, yes.
What had you been drinking?
Yes.
Do you believe because of consumption of that alcohol, your ability to drive a vehicle is impaired?
Yeah.
Did you take a breath test, sir?
I did.
Do you have any reason to doubt or challenge the validity of that test?
No.
Your Honor, I don't believe we know that. But, do you believe it was over the legal?
All right.
Yeah.
That's satisfied, Your Honor.
So am I. I'll dismiss the original charge.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Makarowski, I am going to refer you to my probation department downstairs. They're going to schedule with you to come back for an interview and a sentencing date. Based on that interview, they're going to put together a report and a recommendation of sentence. You'll have a chance to go over that with Mr. Bowditch for your sentencing date. I will have read that report, then we'll talk about that report and anything else you want to talk about before I sentence. You understand all that? In the meantime, I'm going to put you on a personal bond. First two conditions are pretty obvious. One, stay out of trouble. Two, cooperate with the process so we can move you towards sentencing. Third condition is do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. That means marijuana and alcohol are off the table. Understood? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court amount of $1,000 if you screw up on bond?
Yeah.
Any questions? You're all set. Go on downstairs. Front counter, they'll call your name, give you those dates. Enrique, you're welcome. Enrique Cano Hernandez.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, Jeff Bottom. Yeah. Sir, could you tell the judge your name?
Enrique was a counter.
Good morning, sir.
Your Honor, today is date time set for arraignment in this matter. We wait for the briefing standing. We've also had a chance to pre-try this case, Your Honor. It's 2022 and 2019 case. On both of these matters, Your Honor, we have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval. In both of these matters, Mr. Cano would be pleading guilty to an added count of no operating license on person. Given the understanding the original charges would be dismissed.
Thank you. Sir, do you understand your rights and options? You understand the possible penalty? Understanding this, are you pleading guilty to two charges, two counts of no valid operator's license on person? And are you doing so freely and voluntarily today? On January 7, 2022, did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township? Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time? On November 4, 2019, did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township?
Yeah.
Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied at the time? I'll accept your plea to both added charges, dismiss both the original charges. What's the status now?
Your Honor, he's working on, he has to settle an immigration issue, and then he'll get his CDL back. He has to get it on.
Okay.
Your Honor, the only thing that might come in, and I don't know, he was since 2022. Matter of fact, I think this year, he hasn't been incarcerated.
Since 22?
Yes, since 22. Matter of fact, I think it was this year.
Yes.
And I don't know if the judge would, if his incarceration would matter the length. I think it was 11 days for this one, but he did 4 months. I think between here and Livingston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was he in jail on these files?
Here, it was, Possession of stolen property with harm.
Okay, so you weren't in jail on these charges.
Out of this court, a felony.
Yeah.
Understood. All right. Okay. All right. And are you working now? Where at?
Like for myself, self-employed,
What do you do?
uh, construction basically.
What kind?
Everything basically except driveways.
Okay. All right, we've got a speeding ticket from 2019, a registration plate charge from 2022, a no proof of insurance from 2022, $1,200 worth of tickets you've never done anything on. Why not?
Here,
Here.
I was told that's all I had. The driving suspended.
You were told by who?
The judge that I saw for because they put me on diversion.
Okay.
They said you have to take care of these 2 tickets, and that was these 2, and not.
Okay, well, they might have been talking about misdemeanors.
Oh,
Yeah.
With a civil infraction, if you, or if you also default,
oh,
if it's a misdemeanor, you get a warrant, if it's a civil infraction, they just assume you're guilty.
oh. Well, I have to take care of all of them now, no matter.
Are you in a position to do that?
Right this second, no, but I can do it within the next 2 weeks.
All right, so those tickets are $1,281. You can take care of that in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay, so by the 9th? All right, that takes care of that pile of money. Anything you want me to consider before I sentence you on today's files? All right, normally on these charges, I would assess fines and costs and 4 days on the court work program, but given the fact that we had you for a while on some other files with jail, I'm gonna waive that. You're welcome. All right, unfortunately, because these files are so old and we haven't seen you, you've racked up some late fees and penalties. So on each of these files, fines and costs is $650. I'm gonna let you set up some kind of payment plan or payment arrangements downstairs today. So before you get out of here, have a paper plan on how we're gonna get our money on those. All right, whether or not that's a due date, you're gonna pay it all, or if you're gonna do it over payments, however you do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make payments on it.
Yeah, yep. But before you get out of here, I need that on paper.
Okay,
You're all set.
Thank you.
thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome. Aaron, is it Franchuk? How do you say it? Counsel, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. May peace of time for on behalf of defendant Aaron Frank, you stand to my right. Please state your name for the record.
My name is Eric Stephen Frank.
Good morning, gentlemen. Tell me about the plea.
Yes, Your Honor. For the purpose of arraignment, like waive formal reading to stand mute.
Done.
I did have an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor for purposes. We reached an agreement in this matter, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
To dismiss the original 2 counts, it's going to be in section of civil practice. My client would plead responsible for the double parking.
I see that, and he's agreed to pay fines and costs of $400.
Yes.
All right, I'll do it on the civil infraction, Heather. And can you pay the 400 today?
I can pay next week.
We do 14 days, Your Honor, if that's.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, both original charges are dismissed.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Hold on, what do we got all here? Except for. All right, you've got something coming up for a review on January 5. Oh, offer sent to attorney on 12/9, must respond by 12/17. Are you handled some civil fractions for us?
Civil fraction.
Yeah, that one I just talked about was a speeding 21 over. And then we got another one. Failed to signal observe, review set for 12/18/25, still in pending status. Yeah, you might want to check those downstairs so we don't miss a deadline.
Absolutely.
All right, have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you.
You as well.
Thank you.
What's this pile up here?
Old scratch.
Yaman El Ahmad?
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
Half of Mr. El, say your name for the court.
John Lawson.
So
You
you're,
just need a new date?
yes,
Okay,
the arraignment, he stands, me, what he reading out of information.
all right. You working? Go ahead.
He is requesting a court appointed attorney to reach out.
Okay, all right. You're working? Where at?
Lowe's.
How long you been at Lowe's? Heather, can we do a pretrial 212?
Yes, Judge Martin. Is his last name ELHMAD?
Yep. What time,
Fine to me, or we get different?
No, it's signs you.
Okay.
who, or what time we doing that?
212 is gonna be 9:30.
And you said that's Judge Martin?
Correct.
All right. Sir, I'm gonna put you on a personal bond. First condition and second condition, both are kind of obvious. Stay out of trouble and show up for your court date. Third condition is do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. That means marijuana and alcohol are off the table. Understood? Can you abide by those rules? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond? Any questions? You're all set. Just wait a minute. We'll get you a paper notice. Haley, is it Matthew? Did I pronounce it right? Counsel?
Morning, Judge, Deanne Patillo, P 82378, on behalf of Ms. Matthews, state your name. Hazel Hill. So you're not asking your name, fans, and you way reading. I have opportunity to discuss this matter with the prosecutor. There is an agreement to dismiss the original charge of operating while intoxicated, and Ms. Matthews would plead to operating while visibly impaired.
Thank you. Ms. Matthew, did you discuss with counsel your rights and options? You understand all those? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge? Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today? Counsel, if you would voir dire, I've got an incident date of October 9 this year.
Ms. Matthews, state your name for the court again one more time. And were you in the city of Van Buren Township on October 9th? Were you driving a motor vehicle? Prior to driving that motor vehicle, had you consumed alcohol? And do you believe that alcohol impaired your ability to satisfy?
I'm satisfied too. I'll dismiss the original charge. All right, Ms. Matthew, next step is I'm going to send you downstairs to the front counter. Probation is going to schedule for you to come back for an interview and a sentencing date. All right. I'll also put you on a personal bond in the meantime. Did you hear me do terms on the last one? First one is stay out of trouble. Second one is show up for your court date. Third one is, all right, raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you screw that up? Any questions for counsel before I let you go downstairs? You're all set.
Thank
You're welcome. What was the name on that one I just handed you?
So, yeah.
Feldkamp. Stay where you're at. We're just gonna get you an adjourned notice date or adjourned date notice. So we'll take care of that.
you.
You're welcome.